Alrighty then, folks. Hello there, and welcome back to Winning the One-Year War with Zeon. I'm sorry this is late. I've been playing the new SD Gundam game way too much. A lot more than I should have, to be honest. But we are back now with some more Zeon things. So in the last episode, we attacked some things, some useless points in space. We talked about pilots a little bit. I think we did some research too. And, yeah. Odessa's not going to turn out well. The other two we're going to crush, so we don't really need to worry about those. Especially up here, because they have freaking Columbuses. They have two Columbuses and some Saberfish. The Saberfish kind of worrisome. Columbuses, not so much. But yeah, anyway. Oh, so I should kind of address this because somebody asked me about it. Don't worry about pilots. Like, I know a lot of people freak out when you don't use them or whatever, but they're kind of useless this early in the game, and late game, like if they're not really high level or a new type, they're also kind of useless, because I think it's something like 20 shooting increases damage by 15%. Right now, our Zaku C's do 32. That means 15% of 32 is 5.8. So you do an extra 6 damage. Which, yes, late game in Messers where you're doing 400, 15%'s a lot. This early in the game, it's 6. You're not going to change anything by having in pilots all the time. Though it is good for training, but if you forget, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I know some people freak out about it, but it's stupid. So anyway, could also do a speech, but I don't want to waste the money right now. We definitely have the extra income to do it, though. Morale and fatigue are important, but I never get them right, and I always ignored them for the longest time. Like, morale increases your chance to hit with melee, fatigue decreases your chance to hit with melee, or something like that. But yeah, alright, so I did kind of make a mistake in this last one. I tried putting the black tri-stars in this base, and then wondering why they weren't healing. It's because this base isn't connected to anything, it's cut off on its own. Because yeah, we have this connection here, but this connection gives you a little bit of energy, but it doesn't help them since they're in the base. So what we need to do is we need to capture these, but these are Saberfish, so they can't do anything. They're these Type 61 tanks, which could do a thing. These guys are pretty good off. I wonder, can we attack from across the lake? Oh, by the way, if you look at the bottom right, there'll be defensive Minovsky, and then right above that, there's some writing. What that says is Mizumi, or Mizu. It means lake. I don't think that affects anything. I don't even think it's considered water terrain in this one. But if you're curious. Yeah, these guys can't really hit us, so we don't have to worry about that. And I think we'll have the black tri-stars go and capture that base. After this, well, we send these guys over to these ones. The Medea's getting away. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, I'd love to kill Matilda, but oh well. I mean, like, what benefit is she gonna get them? She has no stats. And we have Ken talking to himself. We also need to send them into a base. You know what? We'll send the black tri-stars back to the one they were in, we'll send them into that base, and we'll send that third stack to go take on the tanks. Which the tanks aren't getting very far because they're moving through mountains and wasteland. So yeah, we'll go capture that base. Move these guys to here to go heal in there. They'll heal every turn afterwards. Oh, and just because, see down there it says Koya, or Kouya. That means wasteland. There's nothing really to worry about there. It's basically like plains. Actually, yeah, defensive-wise, it is basically the same as plains. Like Plain, not N-E. Yeah, the Medea Matilda is getting away. Yeah, Andy, you better not lose anyone to a fucking tank. Especially because you have Gihren and Kakao there. But hey, since there's 3 tanks left, we can melee them. These guys' fatigue's starting to go up. Yeah. Their fatigue was 24, their morale was 72. Yeah, we're coming for you, Matilda. But yeah, see, these guys are mostly healed. Except for the units that have 2 in them. Yeah, we didn't take any damage, did we? Not really. Though we will throw these guys. We'll do that just in case. And then yeah, the Black Tri-Stars are basically at full health again. And we'll send them down for, you know, reasons. Go on, Matilda, run away. She'll be able to get away before the end of the battle, so it should be fine. Oops. Kind of wish we had Zaku J's, though, because they get more movement than the Zaku C does. Or, you know, F's would be nice, too. Though, F's don't really do much. Yeah, I don't think there's any real change in this game between the F and the C. I know there's like 3% reactor potential and all that other stuff in the real show, but this one, there's not much difference. And damn. Here I was hoping she'd run away. Well, we'll attack her next round, and she'll probably try to retreat. Then we have 36 against 1. And we already cut off their supply line, so, you know. Nothing to worry about here. We just gotta kill Cowan, or Crowan, or however you pronounce his name. That guy. The Stardust Memory guy. And because we have people mailing him, he can't shoot back at our ship. I don't remember if I've mentioned that before or not, but it's a useful tactic. And he attacked back on the wrong group. Oh, actually, these guys are kind of damaged. I guess that is probably the best idea. I should have reorganized them. Oh well. We didn't lose anyone, so we can just repair it later. And this is most of our Earth Descent Operation troops. Earth Descent Operation 2, the California one. Electric Boogaloo. Alright, so we want these 3 to go here, go kill this one. We want these 3 to go around to here. Oops, we want to reorganize these guys before I forget. Actually, we want to throw Char in the front. The reason we're throwing Char in the front is because that means he gets to melee. We'll have Dozel scan because Dozel can scan. This here's a Columbus class. Literally does nothing. It can resupply other ships, but it wastes its energy to resupply other people. So it's not very good. But for the most part, it doesn't do anything, so I tend to avoid using them. And then we'll have our ships scan, fire. I forgot about you. Damn it. I totally didn't see him. Oh well. Yeah. Ooh, Yazan's in a Saberfish. And Mancha. Yazan is the best old-type pilot in the game. Him, followed by Lilla, South Burning, and then I don't remember who's after that. But I know Mancha is like 6th or 8th. Like, Mancha gets really good if you train him. He's just really shit. Conversely, Ko doesn't get good at all. He's real bad. Like, he's exclusively real bad. Kinda sad, actually. Though that was part of his story, that he wasn't actually a good pilot. That the GPO-1 was just that good. Oh, and I should have Dozel melee. Dude does like 120 damage, it's great. And it's not counting into his bonus for, you know, being Dozel. Or his commander bonus. And we didn't kill anyone, which is disappointing, but I believe it. Yeah, I was about to be mad if they missed a Columbus, because those things are fucking huge. Yep. Getting Char and his people, and then Slender, Denim, and Jean some training. Yeah, and sadly Char doesn't kick in this one. I think in the Sega Saturn one he kicked. It was great. But I've looked into it, and modding that in would be way too much work. You'd basically have to rewrite all of his interactions. Yeah, Yazan. Okay, so he can do 60 damage plus about 25% because he's Yazan. That would mean theoretically he could kill Char, exclusively kill Char. But most of his damage went to the middle one because this game's weird like that. It just kind of picks who it wants to attack. You don't really get a choice. I should have done that with the ship and had them move the ship. Okay, I've translated that one. I have that one saved, so I know I've translated that one. A little bit of a particle cover. Did you give yourself particles? You did not. You done fucked, boy. Yeah, we'll get Char some energy since he's ran out completely. We'll get the other guy some healing. I'll send these guys after really damaged Mancha. Mancha's probably gonna run away anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, farther than we can get to him. But he's in a saberfish, like... If it was a Gundam, maybe, but there's really no reason to follow a saberfish. Like, they cost peanuts. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm moving these guys into these ships before I move into attack, it's because that way they get some energy, and they're closer to the enemy, because you can have them move to a ship and then have the ship move to kind of leapfrog them, to move them farther than they could naturally. Which this guy is going to move over to here, or one of these two, I'm not exactly sure, by the end of the turn. So we're going to have to ambush him if we want to kill him. And we'll just leave the Papua in the base because of reasons. We'll be getting rid of those real soon. I really don't like Papuas. Yep, whatever you say, Dren. Ooh. Yeah, we actually got the kill. Awesome. I wasn't expecting that. They changed his voice actor for the new SD Gundam game, so I'm kind of sad when I hear his old one. So much better of a Dren than random old guy for no reason. And we got the Zaku F, the straight upgrade to what we have, and the DOP, which will be our screens for the land. And we unlock the Zaku J. You can tell this is the Zaku J. It doesn't actually tell you in the description or anything like that, but you can tell because of the missile launcher on the leg. That little 3-dotted thing. The Zaku S, again, it doesn't tell you, but you can tell by the antenna on the head. I forget who has special Zaku S's. I'll have to look it up later. But some characters have special S's, some have special C's, some special F's. I don't think anyone has a special J, though. But we want both the J and the S. And again, we still don't care about the Jotun. Though if we want to do the MS Igloo events, we can. But the MS Igloo events cost you more than they're worth, so there's really no reason to do it. Oh, and I didn't really mention that, but this button here is repair. I can't remember the exact words for it. But when you repair a thing, you repair the suits that got destroyed. The other ones, like, fix themselves, so you don't really have to pay for it. But you'll notice the price at the top. The one on the left is credits. The one on the right is resources. So it looks like one Zaku on its own costs 200 credits and 450 resources. So to fix two of them, we need 400 credits and 900 resources. You can figure out how much each individual one costs by dividing their total cost by 3. Yeah. Not that hard math. Yeah, we're going to repair all of them because there's no reason not to. But they can't repair themselves. Units don't automatically heal at the end of a turn, so you gotta give them some time to wait. But for now, we should be fine there. But since we're not using these guys anymore, we're gonna remove their pilots from them and put them onto suits on either on the Earth or that's going to drop on North America. So we're gonna remove Dozel, we're gonna remove Shin, we're going to remove Roberto, Appley, Char. This button at the bottom removes a pilot. This one right above it, this weird blockish one, is how you put in new pilots. And yeah, you can make Delaz a mobile suit captain in this one. He piloted a Fump, I think? He was supposed to pilot a Fump anyway. He doesn't get a special one in this, but I think he had one. It was like a red. You can go look it up. Yeah, we need to move this guy over to here, in fact. Because this is Odessa, and you can only this space over Odessa. You just kind of memorize what the planet is. Since we're taking Odessa, for some reason you can move troops from Belfast to space over Odessa, but you can't attack. Like, I don't know why, but that's just a thing. You can't attack from Odessa from Belfast. So if we control Odessa, we don't have to worry about defending the atmosphere above it. I guess Belfast doesn't have atmosphere above it. I know Britain's weird, but I didn't know that little fact. Yeah, we got Matilda here. She's at full HP. We got 2 attacks left. Should be interesting. I'm trying to get her to run away if we can. We're gonna move these guys to go attack over here. Go capture this. We'll probably get it for free. Building a shit ton of Salamuses, which those don't do anything right now, but they're ships, and we can crush ships if we need to. Yeah, we got Gattles there. We got some Zaku's here. We're just gonna upgrade these guys because we can. Whoops. We're only going for C's right now. We'll go for F's later. I.e., we'll go for F's once we have better resources. Because once we grab Odessa, we should be good there. You know what? We're just gonna go with this because it's cheap. And then we can sell it for more resources than 500, so it's kind of worth it. I also need to get rid of those Papuas one of these days. Yeah, now let's see if we can get Matilda to run away. Alright, so we're gonna do something kind of bad, usually, but since there's a Medea and it can't attack back, it's fine. We're gonna have one unit go to this side, one unit move to this side to attack them. He wasted a bit of energy doing that, but we've cut them off from supply, so she should hopefully try to run away. And then we have 2 turns to get the Black Tri-Stars here, which on those 2 turns will kill them. I also forgot to move that guy at the bottom, but oh well. And since the Medea flies, we can't melee it anyway, so nothing to worry about there. But hey, we might be able to kill it. Though I don't think we have enough energy to kill it, we might be able to. Do we have enough energy to do anything? We do not. We can't attack. But they can in, 2-3 turns. And she can't get any more energy since we have her cut off. So even though we can't move or attack or anything, we still have cut off the supply lines. I guess we're scary people or something. Which we are kind of scary people. Especially Gihren. That dude has issues. I mean, like, it's slow, but there's no real benefit to us doing anything. Like, this battle's always gonna take 5 turns anyway, so. Can you reach? Yeah, you can. You Black Tri-Stars can move to here. You guys can't do anything? No. We need to get them to some Desert Zaku's. Desert Zaku's can scan at least. Whatever you say, Lieutenant Bernstadt. He's a lieutenant, you can tell by the shirt. It's not very ornate. I think when you become a Commodore? Whatever. Colonel? Commodore? Something like that. I don't remember which one the Zeon military follows, but...
全軍に戦闘中止命令を出せ。オデッサ制圧は完了したと。了解。オデッサの制圧によってジオンは地上における初めての拠点を獲得した。この勝利はジオンにさらなる恩恵をもたらす。オデッサ周辺に埋蔵された鉱物資源である。これは国力の乏しいジオンにとって是が非でも抑えねばならないものであった。こうしてジオン軍は地上における最初の拠点とともに戦力拡大に向けた新たな力を手に入れたのである。
Alright, so when you get the bird on your shirt, you become a captain. And then once you get the ornate bird, you become a commodore. At least I think that's how it works. But it looks like they have Salamis, Salamis, Columbus, Magellan, Salamis, Salamis. So, we're going to move these guys. Leapfrog. I'm hoping they run away, but if they don't, you know, oh well. We'll fight them. We'll kill them. We might even use some Gattle fighters. I really don't like Gattle fighters. They don't do much. Nope, they ran away. The enemy has retreated. We have won. Yay, winning by default. Woo.
オデッサの制圧をもって第一次降下作戦を完了します。続いて北米大陸に対する第二次降下作戦の実施が可能です。
Alright, so now that we have Odessa, we can do our second special.
情報部より敵軍事技術
We can do our second special / our second decision to do the second Earth descent operation. I like waiting till I'm right in position to do those so the enemy doesn't know I'm going to do it. They already know you're going to do it, but I like thinking they don't. Yeah, they currently have 5, 8, 16, 21. They have a possibility of 21 because you can move 3 spaces. So theoretically they could send these guys at us, but I don't think they will. So when we descend here, we have to fight up to 21 guys, which it's Zaku's against, or actually, you know, we'll leave the Gattles and the HLVs, or the Musais near Luna 2. It's Zaku's against tanks, so there's nothing we really have to worry about there. Because tanks, well, okay, so you can't load people in while they're moving, so you have to unload people first. This is a Tive, by the way, or Papua. I can read sometimes, I swear. But yeah, we want to load them up into HLVs. Which, HLVs are easy to distinguish. You shouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah, so we have all those guys. We'll leave the Gattles and we'll leave the Musais behind. And the Papuas. Because we don't really care about those. And if they get destroyed, they get destroyed. Like, they're free money, but right now it's better to just have, like, oh yeah, we have this many troops. Clearly, look at all this many troops. We don't have that many troops. But yeah, we're gonna repair these guys. So the main reason you want to grab Odessa is look how many credits it's worth. It's worth freaking 1,600. Totally worth it. So, now that we did that, we want to unload everyone from HLVs since HLVs don't move. We're also going to dismantle these HLVs because they're on the planet and we don't need them. Actually, we can send them up into space, I guess. We probably won't need them, but, you know, having them can't hurt, I guess. Gonna upgrade these guys. Only into C's, though. We're not gonna upgrade these guys into D's. We don't need them. As far as... I'm pretty sure D's don't do any more damage. No. Or, actually... Oh, that's because they have bazookas equipped. My bad. I was about to say, yeah, the Zaku D doesn't do any more damage, so... There's... Or, F, not D. Which one's D? I don't remember. Also, we should probably defend space over Jabou. Just saying. Though, they can't move for 2 turns, so... It's not the biggest worry. One Musai full of Zaku should be fine. And that's, what, space over Australia? Down here, space over Australia? Yeah. So, we're good there, we're good there. I wouldn't want to do this battle, which full of Gattles, but we can do it if we need to. Yeah, we'll just leave those guys. We have some HLVs coming. We have 2 there. I guess we should build 2 more just in case. There's those 2 that disappeared in Odessa, and I'm not even sure what I did with them. I thought I sent them back into the atmosphere, but I don't know. So yeah, we only had 2 HLVs. Maybe we detonated them, if that's a thing. I'd be surprised if it is, but might be. Who knows? Oh, they have 12 guys there. Probably don't want to attack that. But we're going to go build some Zaku Fs, or... Yeah, Zaku Fs are more money intensive, but less resource intensive. So we're good there. Plus, I think Shin gets his own special one. So yeah, we're building 6. So, for some reason, when you produce units, which is this button, this button, I don't think I've showed you, you can only produce 8 at a time. Originally, I couldn't figure out why that was the case, but somebody kind of pointed it out to me. This game is kind of shittily programmed, like, to say the least, and 90% of its systems are remnant systems from the Sega Saturn and the Master System and a couple of other things like that. It only has a byte per production center for what it can produce, so it can only produce 8 things. That was a thing on the Sega Saturn, and they just kind of left it in here because reasons. But we're sending out most of our guys to go hit the 7, then we'll send them down to here, then over to here. We're sending 3 up to here, and we'll send 1 guy to go capture Scandinavia when there's a chance. If we can capture these 2, we can move on to Europe 3. So we'll only have to defend Europe 3, Odessa, and here, because there's no connection between Turkey and Germany, or Greece for some reason. Like, this is Odessa, there's no connection, like, down here or whatever, to get to Turkey, even though they're, like, you know, 50 miles from each other or something. So we don't even have to worry about these guys. And if they want to attack us in Russia 3, that's fine. You know, we have some Zakus and we can reinforce. And then we'll move everyone in position to go attack here. Then once we grab America, or at least you descend here in America, and then you have to go grab both California and New York at the same time. What we'll do is we'll have half go attack here, half go attack here. If we lose center of America, who gives a shit? We'll recapture it later because we'll have these guys. Now, how are we gonna do this? I think we'll have like 3 guys move here, go hold Mexico while we grab the rest of up here. We don't have aquatic units yet, but we're Zeon, so we get them really early, or we get really good ones really early. Like we get Gogs and stuff, so we'll deal with that in a little while. So yeah, we're about to get on Tech 2, which is nice as well. But yeah, so when we get aquatic units, we'll start focusing on the water and, you know, grabbing Hawaii and Torrington and all that other stuff. I think Torrington's like second to last or something on, or no, third to last on the stuff you grab. What do we have to do next? Kilimanjaro, I think? And then once we do Kilimanjaro, the white base events pop off. But we'll worry about that later. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed the episode, you should like. If you didn't, you should dislike. Those help now, apparently. Anyway, folks, good night.